Harris-Smith. Welcome to today's Daily Pin Code. It's been said that 1st and 2nd Kings are the sequel to 1st and 2nd Samuel. In fact, in the Hebrew Bible, 1st and 2nd Kings are one book. Well, so let's get right into this fascinating pair of books that tell us so much about Israel's history. Author. Well, it's not really known who the author is of the book of 1st Kings, but it is thought that it's Jeremiah. Date written? Well, it was most likely written between 560 and 540 BC. Purpose written? Well, as we said, it's a sequel to 1st and 2nd Samuel. It is really the epic of the coming up of Solomon in the ranks after King David's death. And the story begins beautifully with a united kingdom, but it ends with a divided nation, Israel and Judah. Key verses, well, you have to have at least two in this book because it starts out being about Solomon and ends being about Elijah. So my first one is going to come from 1 Kings 1:30. And it says, I will surely carry out today what I swore to you by the Lord, the God of Israel. Solomon, your son, shall be king after me, and he will sit on my throne in my place. But then in 17:1, you've got Elijah saying, as the Lord, the God of Israel lives, whom I serve, there will be neither dew nor rain in the next few years except at my word. I often think of this book and the myriad of characters in it. Solomon, Elijah, Jezebel's thrown in there. What did, they all have to do with each other. But the truth is, you see a very linear chain of events that happen, starting out with, Solomon. He was doing a pretty good job for 7 years. He spent it building God's temple, but then he spent the next 13 building his own. So it was kind of lopsided there, and he really liked the women, which, his daddy had trouble there too, that Bathsheba thing. So, history repeating itself and generational curses came in. And so we look at Jezebel and how horrible she was, and Elijah had to arise and fight her off. But the truth is that the king's sin led the nation into sin, and God's judgment came in the form of Miss Jezebel. Now that spirit, I'm not condoning it. I have fought that in many times and in many churches, that Jezebelian influence, and it's horrible, it's wicked, and it can come through men or women, interestingly enough. But the point is that the prophet came in and God won. And that is what I love about the book of 1 Kings. Practical application, somewhere in between Solomon and Elijah, you find it all. Corruption, rebellion, pride, courage, faith. You find all of it. And so perhaps our practical application is the world hasn't changed very much. Neither has God. And that is good news. All right, I'm Laura Harris-Smith. Join me tomorrow for 2nd Kings. This is getting so interesting. I love plotting out the course of Israel's history because, like we said, the world hasn't changed much. We can learn so much from it and from them still today. All right, I will see you tomorrow on today's Daily Pin Code.